to remember is with this is to be as smooth as possible with all of your inputs as a driver.
Okay.
Because if you drive it raggedly,
yeah,
and not smooth, it's going to try and spin you.
Okay.
So,
are you in sport mode or normal?
In sport mode, of course.
Okay, well, yeah.
So, we're heading down the pit lane here. Just keep the speed down.
Yeah.
And then once we go around this right-hander, we can start to build the speed up.
Yeah.
But just make sure that you stay over to the right-hand side, because there may be some faster cars coming through on the left.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know when it's clear. And then we're going to bring the car gently over to the left. And the first corner we've got is quite a tight right-hander, so we're hard on the brakes in a straight line. Turning in at this timing line just here, gradually bring the car over to the inside, get it tight to the curb on the inside, and be patient with the power.
Okay.
Start to feed the power in on the exit, gently get it turned in to the left, and then bring the car over to the left-hand side for a right-hander, just at the bottom of the hill here, get it tight to the post on the inside, and then use all the road on the exit.
All the road, over this?
All the way out.
Okay, right, yeah.
Use all of that road. And then we've got the nice easy bit, we can start to accelerate down the straight, just staying over to the left hand side, and we're heading down to the next corner, which is Stowe.
Yep.
And we're going to leave it in 4th gear, let the car rev, and then when we get to the corner marker board, I want you to start to brake. You brake quite hard.
Okay.
We're going to change down to 3rd gear, so we're hard on the brakes, down to 3rd. Get the car turned in nice and gradually from the end of the curb, and bring the car over to the inside, so that you're hugging the curb on the inside by that 3rd red marker. Then you can start to use all the road on the exit, feed the power in, accelerate down the straight, up into 4th gear, over to the right hand side, and then hard on the brakes for a slow left-hander, down to 3rd gear, get the car turned in from the end of the curb, bring it over to the inside, the power, hold it to the left slightly, then get it turned into the right, and then use all the road out to the left hand side. Now you need to straighten the wheel up momentarily before you turn into the second part of this right hander, get the car right up against the curb on the inside, and then use all the road out to the left.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? So you notice I'm being nice and smooth with all the inputs, yeah? Especially the steering, and keep your thumbs down in these bits at all times. This hand only comes off the change gear, then it goes straight back on. Then we've got Abby, so we're going to brake nice and early and light, and then back onto the power and balance the throttle, so you're not accelerating, not slowing down, just maintain your speed. And then you can start to accelerate through the left-hander and farm. Let the car come out to the right if it needs to, and then bring it back over to the left. So you're braking for the tight right of Village. Gently bring the car over to the inside, balance the throttle, feed the power in, stay on the power through the left, and then gently bring it back across over to the left hand side, on the brakes, off the brakes, get it close to the post on the inside, and then feed the power in on the exit, so use all the road out to the left. And then at the end of your drive, you're going to bring the car over to the right hand side, and then stay over to the right, because at the end of the straight, we're going to turn quite sharp right-hander back into the pits.
Back in the pits, yeah.
So does all that make sense?
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
So the entrance is here before.
Yeah, just here, yeah. And then we go through the gap at the cones.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so we're taking that one there.
Yeah, and then we're staying over to the right hand side. So what colour have you ordered then?
White.
In white. That's good. That's my favourite colour.
It's my favourite. I mean, red is more like a rising heritage, but white is just looks so much better.
Yeah. With the black bonnet.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They say it's in transit, so hopefully middle of September.
Okay.
In transit from Japan to Italy to do the the last bits, and then Italy everything is closed in August anyway. Yeah.
So you just need to concentrate on what's in.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm gonna pop this in here. Just remind me how we got space.
Might just if I take me on.
No, that's alright. No, I'll give it to my girlfriend. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay. What is that? The camera.
Camera.
Oh, camera. Yeah.
Just all these, and if you need to go, just leave it on the table. No one is gonna take it. Cool. What's your name again? Sorry.
Lee.
Lee. Perfect.
Okay, so just get yourself comfortable. Remember the steering wheel moves up and down as well if you need it to.
Should be it.
Happy with that?
Yeah, perfect. So you're taking all the mirrors then?
Yeah, you just concentrate on what's in front and try and look as far ahead as possible as well, because the further ahead you look, the more prepared you are for what's coming up.
Okay.
And the easier it will be to position the car, because you'll be able to see whether it needs to be much earlier.
Cool.
Okay?
Okay.
So ready, into gear. And just keep speed down in the pit lane, obviously. Over to the left hand side onto the tarmac. And then once we go round the right hander here, then you can start to build up speed, but remember to stay over to the right.
To the right,
maybe
yeah.
Some cars coming through on our left. That's it, so build up speed. Sounds good through there, doesn't it?
It sounds great.
And yep, gently bring the car over to the left now. And remember we've got a tight right hander here, so I want you to brake. Leave it in third gear, so third gear, and at the timing line here, just gently bring the car over to the inside, over to the curb. That's it. Be patient on the power, start to feed it in. Now you can start to accelerate through the left here. That's it. Keep on accelerating. Try to avoid adding steering halfway round, so turn in, let the car go out wide, and then bring it back across later. And straighten the wheel up, and now hard on the power. So just remember about your hands. Don't move your hands on the wheel.
Okay, keep it straight.
These bits, you get much better feel for the car. Do that, and you're much smoother with your input. So stay in fourth, let it rev. Stay on the power. Stay on the power. I'll tell you when to brake. And brake down to third gear. That's it. Gently bring the car over to the inside. Get it to the inside now. That's it. Now let the car come all the way out to the left and feed the power in.
Yeah, I know, I'll go.
Over to the right. Now you can get a little bit closer to the 595. When they see us, they'll let us through. That's it. Just try and be a little smoother off the clutch.
Okay.
That's it. Start to feed the power in now. Let the car come all the way out to the left. Up into third. So overtake on the right, give them plenty of room though. That's it. Over to the left hand side, up into fourth gear. And we leave it in fourth now. So we're just braking gently. That's it, that speed's good. Off the brakes, turn in, and back on the power now. Back on the power. Out to the left hand side. Now turning into the left. Bring it over to the inside by this white line. That's it. Stay on the power. Over to the left and then hard on the brakes down to third gear. And we're turning in at the timing line just here, so gradually bring the car over to the inside, that's it. Hold tight to the inside, now feed the power in. Turn the car into the left, stay on the power though, just keep that steering, don't add any, and gently bring it back over to the left. That's
okay,
it.
yeah.
See what I mean there?
Yeah.
Now get the car over to the post on the inside. Stay to the left, got car to the through. Set it back on the power. Stay on the power, stay on the power, stay on the power. And brake, down to third gear, harder on the brakes, that's it, off the brakes now, get the car turned in. Out to the left hand side, on the power. Up into fourth. And then hard on the brakes, down to third gear, get the car turned in. That's it. Straighten the wheel up, get it to the inside, back on the power now. Over to the left. Stay left, stay left, stay left, stay left.
More.
Now bring it over to the right, that's it. So you want to try and use more road over to the left hand side there. Now hard on the power, up into fourth gear. Leave it in fourth. So nice gentle on the brake, off the brakes now, off the brake, turn in, back on the power. So stay on the power. Over to the left, stay on the power through the left-hander. Over to the left-hand side and hard on the brakes, down to third gear, hard on the brakes, harder on the brakes. That's it. Be patient with the power, feed it in. Bring it over to the left now. That's it. And then get the car turned in over to the right-hand side. Straighten the wheel up early and then back on the power, hard on the power. Up in the fourth. So leave it in fourth, let it rest. Keep it to the floor. And brake down to third gear. So stay on the brakes, off the brakes now, get the car turned in. Balance the throttle, be patient. Now let the car come out wide. Now we can start to accelerate. Try and use a little bit more road on the exit. The more road you use out to the exit and corners, the quicker you can get on the power. So stay on the brakes, get the car turned in, that's it. Bring it over to the right, and this time let the car come all the way out to the left. So all the way out to the left hand side, straighten the wheel up a little bit, now get it turned into the right. Stay on the power, don't lift off, out to the left, that's it. And up into fourth, and leave it in fourth. And brake gently, off the brakes, turn in, back on the power now, let the car come out to the left, stay on the power, turn it into the left-hander, stay on the power though, stay on the power, don't lift off, and brake hard down to third gear, car turned in the timing line, straighten the wheel up gradually, stay on the power through the left, stay on the power. There, over to the left hand side, get it close to the post on the inside now, turn in, turn in, turn in, then straighten the wheel up and use all the road on the exit. Try and keep the car straight under braking, don't let it wander around, so stay on the power and brake, hard on the brakes, harder on the brakes. Off the brakes, get it turned in, balance the throttle, out to the left hand side now, on the power, stay to the left, and brake hard, down to third gear. And then get the car turned into the inside, and just stay to the left, we've got a car coming through. Over to the inside now. Over to the left, up into fourth gear, down on the brakes, off the brakes, turn in, back on the power now, get the car over to the left, stay on the power, and brake, hard on the brakes, down to third, stay on the brakes, get the car turned in. Patient with the power, feed it in, get it over to the left now, overtake on the right, just the red one though, give it plenty of room though, that's it, get the car turned in, and back on the power now, overtake on the right, plenty of room. And then stay on the power, overtake on the right, look to the floor. We're going to go hard on the brakes, down to third. So over to the left and hard on the brakes, down to third. later.
Okay.
You're not over revving the engine when you change down.
Yeah.
So over to the right, hard on the brakes, down to third gear. Stay on the brakes, get it turned in. Over to the inside. Get it turned in, over to the inside. Out to the left. And then up into fourth. Overtake on the right, give it plenty of room. Be smooth with your steering, remember. Get down on the brakes. That's it. Off the brakes. Get it turned in. Back on the power now, out to the left. Stay on the power. And brake down to third gear. So get the car turned into the inside. Now out to the left on the power.
Yeah, I know that.
Over to the left hand side and then overtake on the right. Just give it plenty of room. Overtake on the right. That's it. Get the car turned in. And hard on the power now. And then up in the fourth. And if you indicate right and come over to the right hand side, indicate right.
Yeah.
That's it. Slow the car down, we're going to come back into the pits this time.
That's great, I love it.
Enjoy it?
I love it.
So over to the inside and then straight through the gap in the cones. So just watch the post here on the right. So stay to the right hand side.
Ah, it's now when the turbo kicks in. Ah, I love it.
So you're glad you bought one now?
Yes. I'm gonna buy another one.
Your partner might not be pleased.
Yeah.
So just keep it slow in the pit lane here.
Back in?
Yeah, bring it over to the right. And then park it up just next to the flag on the right hand side for me, please.
Yeah.
So over to the right a little bit. So that's good. Perfect.
Perfect.
So leave it in neutral.
It's been great.
Nice
Thanks
one.
a lot.
Well done. Leave the handbrake off because the brake's
Okay.
too warm.
Okay.
So if you want to head back over to the garage,
Yeah.
driving a 595 next, you may have a bit of a break first.
Cool. Thank you. Thanks a lot.